Imagine checking your phone one morning and seeing a headline that sounds completely ridiculous. Elon Musk becomes the world's first trillionaire. Not billionaire, trillionaire. $1,000 billion. At first, it sounds impossible. After all, becoming a billionaire is already something that only a tiny fraction of people on Earth will ever achieve. So how could someone possibly become worth $1 trillion? Well, here's the crazy part. For the first time in history, there are actually a few people who might have a real shot at it. And when experts talk about who could get there first, one name keeps showing up over and over again. Elon Musk. But what makes this story fascinating isn't just the amount of money. It's how he could get there. Because if Elon Musk ever becomes a trillionaire, it probably won't happen the way most people think. And it definitely won't be because of just one company. Let's talk about it. Before Tesla. Before SpaceX, before people argued about him on social media every day. Elon Musk was just a young entrepreneur trying to build internet companies during the dot-com era. One of those companies eventually became part of PayPal. When PayPal was sold to eBay in 2002, Musk walked away with roughly $180 million. Now for most people, that's game over. You buy a mansion, maybe a private island, and never work another day in your life. But Musk did something most people would consider insane. He took almost all of that money and reinvested it into new companies, and not safe companies either. He invested in electric cars and rockets, at a time when both ideas seemed destined to fail. In fact, there was a period when both Tesla and SpaceX were close to running out of money. If things had gone slightly differently, Elon Musk might have become one of those entrepreneurs people barely remember. Instead, he became one of the richest people in history. And that's where the trillionaire story begins. Let's start with Tesla. Today, seeing electric vehicles on the road feels normal. But rewind 15 years. Most people thought electric cars were slow, ugly, and impractical. Even major automakers weren't taking them seriously. Then Tesla came along and changed the conversation. Instead of making electric cars people tolerated, Tesla made electric cars people actually wanted. The company grew faster than almost anyone expected. And as Tesla's stock price exploded, Musk's net worth exploded with it. At certain points, his wealth increased by tens of billions of dollars in just a matter of weeks. Think about that for a second. Many people spend their entire lives trying to save a few $100,000. Meanwhile, Musk's net worth has sometimes moved more in a single day than entire Fortune 500 companies are worth. But here's what's interesting. Even though Tesla made Musk incredibly rich, many investors no longer think Tesla is his biggest opportunity. And that's where things get really interesting. If you asked most people what Elon Musk's most important company is, they'd probably say Tesla. But if you ask many investors today, they'll say SpaceX, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. SpaceX did something that many experts thought was impossible. It made reusable rockets a reality. Before SpaceX, rockets were basically thrown away after launch. Imagine buying a brand new airplane every time you wanted to fly somewhere. That's essentially what the space industry was doing. Then SpaceX proved rockets could land and be reused. Suddenly, the economics of space changed forever. Today, SpaceX dominates the launch industry. Governments use it, businesses use it, even NASA relies heavily on it. But here's the thing. The rockets might not be the most valuable part of SpaceX, not even close. The real reason some analysts are so excited about SpaceX is Starlink. At first glance, Starlink sounds simple. It's internet from space. But when you think about it, the opportunity is enormous. Billions of people around the world still don't have reliable internet access. Others live in areas where traditional internet is slow or expensive. Starlink's goal is to solve that problem using thousands of satellites orbiting Earth. And unlike many futuristic projects, this is already happening. People are already paying for the service. Revenue is already being generated. The network continues to expand. Now imagine a future where millions or even tens of millions of customers rely on Starlink. The numbers become massive very quickly. Some investors believe Starlink alone could eventually be worth hundreds of billions of dollars, potentially more. And if that happens, Musk's ownership stake could become one of the most valuable assets on Earth. Now let's talk about the industry that's dominating headlines right now. Artificial intelligence. Whether it's ChatGPT, AI-generated videos, or advanced robotics, AI is quickly becoming one of the most important technologies in the world. And whenever a major technological revolution happens, enormous amounts of money follow. That's why companies are spending billions trying to become leaders in AI. And Elon Musk wants a seat at that table. That's why he launched XAI. His vision is ambitious, very ambitious. He wants to compete in one of the most valuable industries of the future. Now nobody knows exactly how the AI race will play out. But if AI becomes as transformative as many experts expect, the winners could become some of the most valuable companies in history. And if XAI becomes one of those winners, that could add another massive source of wealth to Musk's portfolio. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. When they look at Elon Musk, they often see separate companies. Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, XAI, Neuralink. But investors often see something different. They see an ecosystem. AI could improve Tesla's self-driving technology. SpaceX could support global communications through Starlink. Robotics could transform manufacturing. Each company has the potential to strengthen the others. And when multiple high-growth businesses are connected like that, the total value can become much larger than the sum of its parts. That's one reason why the Trillionaire discussion keeps coming up. Because Musk isn't making one giant bet. He's making several. And many of those bets are focused on industries that could define the next few decades. So what would it actually take for Musk to become a trillionaire? First, Tesla would likely need to continue growing. Second, SpaceX would probably need to become dramatically more valuable. Third, Starlink would need to keep expanding globally. And fourth, businesses like XAI would need to become major players in their industries. That's a lot of things that need to go right. But remember, a decade ago, many people thought Tesla would fail. Many thought reusable rockets were unrealistic. Many thought private space companies couldn't compete with governments. Musk has a history of achieving things that once looked impossible, which is why investors take the trillionaire idea seriously. Of course, there are plenty of reasons why it might never happen. Competition is fierce. Technology changes quickly. Governments can introduce regulations. Economic downturns can crush company valuations. And even the world's biggest companies aren't guaranteed to keep growing forever. History is full of examples where investors believed a company would dominate forever, only to watch a competitor take its place. That's why becoming the first trillionaire remains a possibility, not a certainty. Whether you admire Elon Musk or not, one thing is hard to deny. Very few people in history have attempted to reshape so many industries at once. Electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, space exploration, satellite internet, robotics. These are some of the biggest opportunities of the 21st century. And Elon Musk has major stakes in all of them. Will he become the world's first trillionaire? Nobody knows. But if it happens, it won't be because of a lucky investment or a single successful company. It will be because he spent decades building businesses that many people thought couldn't be built. And that's what makes this story so fascinating. So what do you think? Will Elon Musk become the world's first trillionaire? Or will someone else beat him to it? Let me know in the comments.